The tank is dark. Still, a single red light pulses softly above the glass. Inside, her body floats gently, arms curled, eyes half shut, unmoving. And then, a ripple. Her skin flares white, then red, then mottled brown like sand. A second passes, the colors vanish, then another burst, flashing, swirling patterns of camo and ink black. But she's not moving, not hunting, not responding to anything outside the glass. Her eyes are closed. She's asleep, but something is happening beneath that silent skin. Something impossible to explain. Scientists at the Federal University of Rio Grande do Norte filmed her this way. Minute after minute, they watched the shifting symphony of pigments under her skin, chromatophores firing like fireworks, flashing colors that belong to survival, fear, anger, in a creature that's not awake. One scientist whispers into the mic, "She's dreaming." But is that what's really happening? Or are we witnessing something even stranger? Octopuses have long been our aliens on Earth. 3 hearts, blue blood, a nervous system that extends into each arm like semi-independent brains. And the brain itself? It's not just large for an invertebrate. It rivals that of many vertebrates. More than 500 million neurons, not packed into a skull, but dispersed in a way that defies traditional anatomy. For decades, we thought their intelligence was reactive, that camouflage, hunting tricks, and problem-solving in labs came from instinct, not thought. But the more we observed, the less the story made sense. They escape sealed containers. They unscrew jars from inside. Some have even been seen rearranging rocks to construct shelters, or throwing them at other animals, apparently out of annoyance. These aren't reflexes, they're choices. And now, we're learning. They may sleep deeply. Researchers have identified 2 distinct sleep states in octopuses. One, a quiet, motionless rest. The other, something else. During this second state, their bodies twitch, their arms curl, shift, tense. But more notably, their skin ignites with color. Red, white, mottled green, disappearing and returning. Camouflage patterns from waking life. Just like dreams, mammals have REM sleep, rapid eye movement, the stage where we dream. Birds, too. But cephalopods? They don't share our brain structures. There's no cerebral cortex, no hippocampus, the parts of the brain we associate with memory, imagination, narrative. And yet, here is an octopus. Still, silent, flashing through a language of color she cannot see, as if recalling or inventing. Here's where the puzzle deepens. These color flashes. They're not random. In waking life, octopuses use chromatophores to blend into sand, signal dominance, mimic predators. But in these sleep states, the flashes appear in sequences, sometimes repeating, sometimes mirroring behaviors the animal showed earlier in the day. A researcher who watched a sleeping octopus named Heidi noted a sequence nearly identical to the one she used while hunting. White for attack, camouflage for hiding. Dark red, associated with frustration or fear. But in sleep, no prey, no threat, no camera flash. Why fire these patterns? Some scientists propose it's memory replay, the brain rehearsing events to consolidate them, as mammals do. Others suggest it's simulation, the octopus experiencing potential futures, not just pasts. Still others argue it's not dreaming at all, that we're anthropomorphizing, that skin color changes might result from passive neural activity, with no conscious imagery at all. But if that's true, why the patterns? Why the behavioral logic? And why would a brain so different from ours evolve a process so similar? It's possible we're witnessing convergent evolution. Two distant branches of life arriving at similar neural strategies for rest, memory, and perhaps imagination. But this introduces a haunting possibility. If octopuses dream, not just twitch, not just flash, but dream, it means something far more profound. It means that inner experience, private, subjective, conscious thought, may not be tied to our type of brain at all. It may not require a mammal's memory or a primate's sense of self. It may emerge wherever neurons reach a certain level of complexity, regardless of the body they inhabit. Three hypotheses dominate the debate. First, the Hartendrille memory replay theory. This holds that the octopus, like humans, reactivates parts of its brain during rest to consolidate memory. The color flashes are simply echoes, biological afterimages of the day's experience. Second, the ham simulation hypothesis. A more radical view that octopuses are not just remembering, but imagining, that their brains in sleep create scenarios, testing behaviors, refining responses. In this model, dreaming is not retrospective, but anticipatory, evolution's way of planning without acting. Third, the autonomic reflex theory. This suggests we're projecting our dreams onto the octopus, that the flashes are random discharges, skin responding to internal noise, meaningless like a twitch. No dream, no narrative, no awareness. All three have evidence. None are conclusive. The biggest obstacle? We can't ask the octopus what it sees. And perhaps more than any creature, the octopus resists our categories. It is neither primitive nor human-like. It is other. Yet the eyes watching us from behind the glass, those black, lidless pupils, suggest something more than instinct. They track us. They remember. Some even seem to watch us watching them. In the end, we're left with a single animal, floating in salt water, body pulsing with memories we cannot access, colors we cannot explain, a creature whose life is measured in just a few short years, but whose mind may burn brighter than we dared imagine. We used to think dreams were the territory of the self-aware, the sentient, the human. Now, in a quiet tank off the coast of Brazil, an octopus closes her eyes and dreams in color. The real question isn't whether she dreams. The real question is, what does she dream about? And more haunting still, does she remember?